Brookdale Community College, packed to the gills for the hottest ticket in the Garden State. Ranney and Roselle Catholic. It's the much-anticipated rematch to last year's non-public B final, where Roselle used a late-game push to topple Ranney and eventually go on to win the TOC. This game loaded with star power. How about Kentucky head coach John Calipari sitting courtside, checking out his star recruit, Khalil Whitney. In total, 3 McDonald's All-Americans in action: Whitney, Scottie Lewis, and Bryan Antoine. Bryan Antoine had trouble finding the hoop in the last couple of games, but no problems right out of the gate. Antoine dials up from downtown for the first bucket of the day. Ranney is only 3 days removed from a last-second heartbreaking loss to Gill St. Bernard's, but maybe it's just what they needed. The offense explosive early. Ahmadu Sarnor on the finish there. It's a 5-0 run to start. The future Kentucky Wildcat, Khalil Whitney, getting involved early. The pull-up jumper from beyond the arc is good. Whitney just as dangerous on the inside too. Scottie and Phil Wheeler can't stop him. Roselle and Ranney going toe-to-toe early. Now this was a matchup to watch. Bryan Antoine heading to Nova. Josh Pierre-louis to UNLV. Antoine putting him on skates to drain the triple. No rust here for Bryan Antoine. Ranney playing great defense in the first. Phil Wheeler with the deep pass. And Bryan Antoine with the flush. 11 points for him in the first. Ranney leading 19-15 after one. Antoine stayed hot in the second. Another deep pass and an elite finish from the Villanova commit. He goes up and gets the foul too. Bryan Antoine red hot for Ranney. It's an 8-point lead. The action back and forth. Sarnor no good from downtown, but Wheeler with the behind the back pass and save. And all you gotta do is give Bryan Antoine a chance. Ranney electric in the first half. But Roselle Catholic rolls through the punches and fights back in. Cliff Amori with the feed down low and the one-hand jam. And then Roselle's high-flying act comes in. Whitney to Josh Pierre-louis for the prime-time finish. That's a big-time slam. Let's take another look at it. Josh Pierre-louis looking alley-oop the entire time. Roselle Catholic only trails by 7 now. Cliff Amori was the definition of a monster in the paint. Layup no good, but Big Cliff is there for the putback slam. That was violent. Pierre-louis is hard to stop when he's rolling. The future running rebel is running wild. Another spectacular finish for Josh Pierre-louis. One more from Big Cliff. He's going to gather the loose ball and get another slam here. Amori with 13 in the first, but Roselle still trails Ranney. It's a 32-28 game at halftime. Ranney is especially dangerous when players other than Antoine and Lewis get streaky. Great offensive board by Chris Autino and Alex Klatsky with the triple. The Panthers start to build back this lead. Bryan Antoine continued to stay red hot. This floater is a thing of beauty. Ranney extends their lead to 7. Antoine all over the floor. He pickpockets Whitney, and Bryan Antoine goes the distance for the finish. Ranney not only looking Roselle in the eye, they're running all over him. Ranney point guard Ahmadu Sarnor missed 16 games to open this year, but he has not missed a beat in his second game back. 12 for Sarnor in this game. Ranney leading 48-39 going into the fourth. Scottie Lewis tasked with guarding Khalil Whitney all night, but chipping in on offense too. The shooters bounce for Scottie. 8 points, 10 boards on the night for him. In crunch time, it was Phil Wheeler stepping up big time. He goes wheels up there. Wheeler looking right past 6'11" Cliff Amori as he takes over the paint in the fourth quarter. 2 big jams gives Ranney a 12-point lead with 5 minutes left. Bryan Antoine is so opportunistic as a defender, scooping up the loose ball, and it's all alone for Bryan Antoine. He led all scorers with 25. Ranney takes a 15-point lead. One more from Phil Wheeler. This one is emphatic. Wheeler balled out with a 10-point, 12-rebound double-double in the second half to lock up Ranney's first ever win against Roselle Catholic. 61-49 is your final. What a statement by the Panthers as they get right back on track. Jersey Sports Zone's Rich Chrampanis takes us behind the scenes after another Ranney signature win.
In a game that featured 3 projected 2020 NBA lottery picks, it's pretty hard to stand out. But Ranney Jr. Philip Wheeler did just that, as he scored 10 points to go along with 12 rebounds. A huge spark that helped Ranney to a double-digit win and hand Roselle its first loss to a New Jersey school in nearly 2 years.
It was just an experience that I never had before. It was just like kind of react and try to learn from the mistakes that I had the first half, and it was challenging the first half. I came out slow and it was just rough.
You know, Phil's a young guy, only 16, but you know, he works hard. You know, when he really locks in and focuses and just you know, becomes a sponge and listens to everything that everyone's telling him, you know, he's going to be a great player. You know, he has so much potential and so much growth for him. He has so much time on his hands that I wish I still had. You know, he's turned into a great player, a great slasher. Once he develops his outside game, he's going to be one of the most unstoppable players, and he's going to lead on the Ranney legacy once we're gone.
Bryan Antoine was held under double digits for the first time in his career in Sunday's Ranney loss to Gill St. Bernard's. He responded by finding his scoring touch right out of the gate and finished with 25 points on 10 of 14 shooting to earn MVP honors.
After the Gill loss, you know, we all took it hard. So we also had practice on Monday, so that practice was very intense leading up to this game. As soon as tip-off came off, we all had to play hard all 4 quarters.
Ranney now boasts 3 wins over USA Today's Super 25 nationally ranked teams and avenges last year's heartbreaking loss in the state finals at the hands of Roselle Catholic. Following the loss to Gill St. Bernard's, Ranney's response to that defeat was quite a statement.
Really came out here, you know, ready to go, especially from last year's loss, you know, in the state finals. So we really had a chip on our shoulder today and really want to come out here to send a message.
And I think we're ready for the rest of the season, and we can't wait to see those guys again because we're going to have to see them down the road, Roselle Catholic and Gill. You know, but there's a long journey to those games again, but, you know, we're prepared, and if we keep doing those things and play like we play tonight, we're pretty unbeatable.
What an incredible 5 days of basketball. Gill St. Bernard's, Ranney, and Roselle all played each other over these past 5 days, and the results? Each team with 1 win and each team with 1 loss. It sets the stage for what could be a spectacular postseason here in the Garden State. It's Ranney with a statement win over Roselle Catholic here at Brookdale. In Lincroft, I'm Rich Chrampanis for JerseySportsZone.com.